Fish farmers in Ogun State are seeking the intervention of government towards improved productivity of their business. In this report, correspondent John Felix takes a look at the plight of fish farmers in the state, just as government has assured them of support in the provision of soft loans, dredging of ponds, and access to good road network. The report.
Fish farming emerges as one of the nation's fastest growing industries. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the fisheries and aquaculture subsector contribute between 3 to 5% to the agricultural share of the GDP. From rural landscape to urban market, the impact is tangible, providing livelihoods and bolstering economic growth. In Ogun State, as demand for fish rises, the industry is adapting, promoting sustainable practices and innovation. Towards increased productivity, some fish farmers in Ogun State want government to help with the dredging of their ponds, construction of good road network, and access to interest-free loans, amongst others.
Year in, year out, we rose tons of fish, over 100 metric tons yearly in this place. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of things for them to do for us. Number one is this year in, year out flood. You know, the flood is always caused as a result of this. There is a stream down here, and once it rains, you know, it overflows its bank.
The present situation of the country has caused very rapid increment in farm inputs, especially fish feed. So, and I believe that if the government can intervene and help us in another way or another means in which we can feed our fish.
This our road is very, very bad. Even if we don't get anything from government, but if you don't have challenges to where we can get lost, and at the same time we have good road for our marketers to come. So I think we are okay with that.
In reaction to the demands of the fish farmers, the Commissioner of Agriculture, Honorable Bolu Owotomo, said government is genuinely engaging fish farmers in order to address food security in the state. He said the state government is committed to increasing the production capacity of fish farmers while looking critically at some of the challenges.
The issue with most fish farmers is the way they have built their ponds. Some of them have built their ponds in areas that are prone to flood, and we are trying to address this issue by involving our Ministry of Environment so that they can perhaps look at ways of dredging those rivers close to the fish clusters. We'll also be working with them in decongesting the gutters and the channels in those areas. In the immediate, we have been ensuring that we do trainings for them so that they can follow standard practices and procedures. We have also just recently given a soft loan to Eriwe Fish Cluster, which is a cluster of about 600 fish farmers. The state government, led by Prince Dakwabeodun, graciously approved a soft loan of 0% interest rate of 50 million naira to that particular cluster. We'll be looking at replicating such gesture in other clusters in weeks and months to come.
The commissioner further said under his watch, the fish farming sector will open up the economy for job creation, as well as address the challenge of hunger and unemployment.
We are looking at 4 areas in the Ministry of Agric. The first area is to improve production, and this has to do with improving the tons that they are producing. We're also looking at how to improve the value chain, that is, so that they can begin to process their produce. At the same time, we're looking at how to engage our youth in fish farming. A lot of them may not want to do fish farming directly, but we can link them, we can utilize our youth in terms of them being off-takers and them being processors of this produce. And lastly, we intend to fully optimize existing government agricultural assets. So there is no government-owned fish pond that this year will not be utilized. All available agricultural assets of the state government will be fully utilized and will be fully optimized in the months and years ahead.
The various clusters we are looking at, there are those that are specialized in the production of fingerlings, and people come from different parts of the country and even outside. because Elisha, for example, is close to the Republic of Benin, and people come from outside to pick the fingerlings. So there is a level of specialization that is also going on around these different clusters that we have. There are those who are producing the fingerlings and the juveniles. There are those who are producing for the table to ensure that whichever aspect of the chain you are involved in, there is enough fish in the state, and there are a lot of people that are engaged. And we are still developing more clusters so as to encourage more people to come into that.